Hi, Internet. Uh, my name's Wills. I haven't done a video in, oh fuck, quite some time. The reason being for that is I just don't have the same motivation to make YouTube videos when I'm on crutches because I like to make videos standing up, and sitting down just sort of dulls me down and I suddenly lose the vibe to do them. I could try standing up, but seeing as my videos normally range from 10 to 20 minutes, I can't actually stand for that long unless I'm actually on crutches the whole time, and that's uncomfortable for me to do. So I could do a shorter video standing up, but I don't enjoy doing shorter videos because I feel that I need to over-explain myself all the time. So, although this video, I I promised to uh, destroy someone's self-esteem in this video, but it might not be on par with anyone's expectations, including my own, because I'm not standing up, so I'm not in the same sort of vibe as I normally would be uh, with standing up. So anyway, just when you thought you guys had finished, you guys sat down, you binged, probably grabbed a nice warm drink like I've got my coffee. You probably grabbed... Oh, shit, anus. You probably grabbed your nice warm drink and you sat down and you binge watched, and I'm going to move my computer because I don't want it to get ruined by coffee. You binge watched my other 4 case studies, which most people might think 4 of something is not binge watching, but when they're all about, anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour long, that is actually binge watching, because, that could be at least 4 hours of your life wasted. So, just when you thought you'd finished, I'm back again with case study number 5. And, you might be thinking, Wheels, you've worn this joke out, You've made all the height jokes about Malice you can. Most of them probably went over her head. Oh god. You made all the height jokes you can. You've talked about her in depth to the point where you literally repeat yourself, and you can't just. You've done 4 videos. How many more videos can you possibly crank out and make new points? Here's the thing. There's a new player on the board. Has been for quite a while, but like I said, I haven't made a video in quite a while, so I don't have an excuse. Speaking of not finishing, let's talk about that other half. Ren. I am so dead. I am so dead. Anyway, so, Ren. If my understanding is correct, I don't actually know Ren at all. I haven't even seen a picture or a video of Ren at all. I haven't even heard what he sounds like. But from what I can understand, or what I'm gathering, is athletic-ish build, probably. Tall, not like giant, because there's a difference between when someone says, oh, they're kind of tall. Like me, I'm kind of tall. I'm not giant, I'm just kind of tall, Like, I'm taller than average, which is never actually a good thing. Everyone seems to think being tall is a good thing, but honestly, I'd pick being small any day, even though I totally mock Malice for being tiny, but I would love to be tiny, because being tall has so many disadvantages. Sure, you can reach things, but that's what a fucking chair is for. You can't get in and out of a car easily. I have to climb in that car like it's a fucking jungle gym. For fuck's sake. I have to, get new clothing every month because it just stops fitting me very quickly. Beds are the most uncomfortable thing you can imagine, because either my head is pushed up against the wall or my legs are dangling over the end, and it's never a fun experience. And last but not least, you're trying to be anonymous in a crowd, and you're like a head taller than everyone else, so you're kind of easy to spot. And it's never a good thing for someone who's obnoxious like me, because lots of people are trying to find me, and I'm trying to hide from lots of people. So I often find myself in trouble. Anyway, and coinciding with that, you can't do anything stealthily because you're giant. You're kind of tall, I should say. I can imagine it'd suck for giant people, because then there's the whole doorway issue, which I kind of struggle with anyway. Being that, you walk up to a doorway and then you hit your head. Or the worst one is going downstairs, because often stairs have the other part of the stair coming down, I've hit my head on that part of the stairwell so many times, it's not even funny. I actually think I might have given myself brain damage once or twice. I'm going to turn a light on with a crutch because I'm lazy, even though it's like right over there. Let there be light. So anyway, you got this kind of tall dude. You got this kind of dude who I can imagine. Now, like I said, I don't actually know the guy at all, so my guesses might be totally off, and that's why it's kind of hard for me to make jokes about him. But I'm imagining that Ren is the kind of guy who seems very on top of his shit, you know? He seems to have his shit locked down, he knows what he's doing, all of that, until he gets proven wrong. And then he's the type of person who has... You discover that he's actually got layers and layers and layers of problems that he's just hiding away really well. That's a guess, I don't know, but I'm assuming, because I've seen him sort of freak out occasionally, and I can imagine that when he freaks out, it's sort of more severe because he's better at hiding it. So, when he doesn't hide it, it's really fucking obvious that he has problems. That's a guess. What I'm trying to point out is I don't think he handles stress very well. I'm getting the impression he doesn't handle stress. If at all handle stress, there's just no handling of it whatsoever. That's a guess, but I don't know. This is actually, now that I think about it, this is probably actually going to be more of an actual case study rather than what the past few case studies, which I'll link the first one in the description below. But the other ones were sort of me just mocking Malice, but that's because I actually know Malice well enough to make jokes at her expense, whereas I don't actually know Ren that well, so I'm actually trying to analyze him, which is kind of weird. I've never actually done that in a video before. I can share a DM of me analysing a chick that I just met, and her reaction, which proves that I am good at analysing people, because I literally only met the chick like 2 days ago when I analysed her. But Ren, I have literally nothing to go on. However, I imagine after I say this that the comment section is either going to look like World War III just happened. No, it's not even going to look like World War III. It's going to look like if World War II had like an international chat room while it was happening. That's what the comment section is going to look like. Or it's going to be both of them going, meh. Both of them being Malice and Ren. The alternative... What am I talking about? I lost myself. More coffee. I have only just woken up. Actually, that's a lie. I woke up and then I fell asleep again and then I woke up again. Because it's my holidays, I can do what I want. Except for Thursday and next week. It's currently Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday. Like I said, I haven't made a video in a while, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So, what I imagine Ren's problem right now is, I don't know if he's particularly noticed it, but I've started to pick up and... How do I phrase this? Now, bear with me here. I'm starting to pick up on small fissures in their relationship. Now, that sounds like a sexual joke, I know, but it's not. It's not. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literal cracks in their relationship. Now, hear me out here. Coinciding perfectly with my problems as of recently, I'm starting to notice people's weaknesses a lot better. By the way, I'm going to see 2 psychiatrists in a few weeks, so I might actually just be going crazy, and I don't know it yet, because I'm deemed crazy enough to go see 2 psychiatrists, so there's that to bear in mind while I'm talking about this. But Ren, talking specifically to you now, if what I am detecting is right, you will want to get on top of these problems, these small, minor problems. You two are having small, minor problems. They might not even be voice problems. One of you might just be thinking about them, thinking, oh, that kind of annoys me, or, oh, that's kind of not a good thing, or you're not so sure about something the other person does. And this goes vice versa, but I'm looking specifically at Ren here. You're going to want to get on top of those fucking ASAP. Trust me on this one. You're going to want to get on those ASAP. Unless, of course, you don't actually care either way. In which case, don't worry about it. Because the thing with relationships like yours is that shit's going to blow out of proportion real fucking quick. And you're going to have no idea what happened. hear me out here. Let's say, for example, and I live with 5 people, so I have quite a lot of knowledge on small things becoming big things very quickly. That also sounds like a sex joke. God damn it. No, but say, for example, someone uses the hand towel, and then they take the hand towel away because it's been used, and they don't replace it. Someone comes along, they wash their hands, and then they go to dry their hands, but the hand towel's gone, and the hand has been replaced. That isn't a problem to begin with. It's just sort of I wish you'd do this. And then they go and they get the hand towel, and then they replace it, and blah, 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 blah. Thing is, that person is just totally fucking oblivious, and they just keep doing it. They keep taking the hand towel away, not replacing it, and then it just becomes more and more of a problem. Each time you do something like that, each time you take away this metaphorical hand towel, you build onto that problem. And that problem just multiplies every time, and it just becomes worse and worse and worse, and that person is going to become more and more fed up with it until they're going to come up with 2 possible solutions. Start yelling and screaming at you, threaten to leave, or if they're really insecure, threaten to kill themselves. I'm not even kidding, I've witnessed all of these in my household. Or they'll find the compromise if they're a reasonable person, and that compromise is to put a little stack of hand towels, so that then, once someone else takes a hand towel away, there is another hand towel right there for them, already replaced, without even actually replacing it. Now you might think, well, of course they're going to do the most reasonable one. Bear in mind who you are dating. You're not dating someone who's reasonable. Sorry, Malice, but you're not reasonable. So there's a high chance that it's going to be the yell and scream at you option, or the, threaten to leave option. Or, even worse, just kick the living shit out of you, which, I don't like you. I'm sorry, but I don't necessarily like you. So, that wouldn't bother me. I would actually find that quite funny. Plus, I actually just find people getting beaten up funny anyway, and it doesn't directly involve me, which it doesn't in this case, even though some of you could argue it does, but it doesn't. Shut up. So, that's just something to consider. The small minor problems that you are most likely experiencing are going to erupt. They're going to go from a molehole to a volcano, and the problem with that is, as I mentioned earlier, I imagine you're the type of person who doesn't handle stress well. So once that erupts, you're fucked. Just saying. Not in the good kind of way either, in the bad kind of way. Another side note that I should have added at the start of the video, but I didn't because I'm tired and I don't know what I'm talking about, is, yes, you are dating someone who I had a crush on for a very long time. So of course this is kind of just a tiny bit emotionally filled. Just a tiny bit. And I'm fine with admitting that. You know what? I'm fine with admitting that this is just fine. It's okay. Now, on a more serious note, though, with what I was saying, and coinciding with what I was saying earlier, I do actually get the impression something is wrong already. I don't necessarily know if either of you have addressed it. I don't know what your living situation is like. I don't know what other factors there are to consider, i.e. who visits you on a regular basis, how they might be influencing this problem. I don't know any of that. So this is just me going out on a limb. But there is something going on. There is something going on, and it's noticeable enough that I know it's not just me going crazy because I've asked other people. I will not name those people because I don't want to get them in trouble and or beaten up. But it's noticeable enough for not just me to notice it. There is something going on. There is something that is different than it was. I don't know what that is, but there is something different. God damn it, I hope you didn't hear that. Fucking hell. Stop messaging me while I'm recording. Fuck's sake. Anyway, there is a problem, and it is gonna grow. And as I've already discussed. Yes, you're an English 101 student. Pull your shit together. As I've already discussed and touched on, it's going to grow really, really quickly, and you're not going to be able to handle it well, so you're going to need to get on whatever that problem is. Neither of you have addressed it, that much is obvious. Neither of you have said anything, even though probably both of you have noticed it. Or maybe one of you has noticed it, I don't fucking know. But there is a problem, you guys need to address that shit, or something's going to go very, very wrong. Which might be coinciding with the problems that I've been having, with the whole waking up issue, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't ask. But anyway, I imagine something is going to happen. My only reason for saying that is you guys are acting different. You guys are acting different. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what any of the factors could be. I don't know what your living situation's like. But I know that something is different, and I know that it's not in a good way. It's in a bad way. Something bad is happening. Something bad is coming. Fix your shit, mate. And the reason why I'm doing this sort of announcement, sort of pointing out to you guys, sort of yelling right at your face type deal, is because I imagine it's actually on Ren's end of things. Because he isn't the type of guy who handles shit well, and shit's about to go down. So, yeah, you might want to get on that, buddy. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, I can't help you beyond that. My psychic powers aren't that developed yet. I don't even have psychic powers. I'm not guessing. I'm just taking information that I know and taking an educated guess based off previous experiences. That's how I actually figure this sort of shit out. Is I take information. You guys have been acting differently. I take other information. You've actually been together for a while now. So that means any problems that might have been minor to begin with would have started to have grown. Because you guys don't deal with problems well. So, I'm taking that I know that you guys don't deal with problems well, which means any problems would have grown. The fact that you've been dating for a while, and, the fact that you guys don't necessarily handle shit well. And I'm just going over here into the future and saying, if we combine all of those factors that I do know, where will that take us? You get what I'm saying? Yeah? Huh? I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. Also, Malice, just stop looking up to me, okay? I don't know what. It's just I don't get it. How is that? How is that a thing? Also, yes, I know I look like a homeless man with this hair, but the facial hair, but I'm keeping it. Deal with it. So that's a thing that I've been thinking about. I had something else to say, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. I might have to make a second video. I know what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. I know this isn't at all what Malice told me to do, which was fatally destroy your self-esteem, but I might have, a little bit, I hope, or at least chipped into it, or at least made you doubt yourself. That'd be fun. I'm such a cool person. No, but I think what I'll do for the next video is, when this goes up, I'm going to get barraged with fucking questions. I already know that. I'm going to get fucking shot down out of the sky that I'm currently in, because I might have taken some painkillers before I film this. And I'm going to get loads of questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a questions about these two, or the points I've made specifically in the next video, which I'll class as a case study, even though it's not really. How's that sound? So yeah, next video, all questions that you have in the comments, and I'll write them down in my book, which is not there anymore, and then I'll address the book. I'll write them down in my book, and then I'll address them in the next video, which will be a case study. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. My name is Will's the Egotistical Asshole. In the section, not the comment section, why would it be in the comment section? In the description box below, there is my Twitter, which you can see me attacking my ex continuously, and also quoting songs continuously, and also messaging famous people because I have no life. My Google Plus, which most of you probably already know because you're probably watching this from my Google Plus account. And I'm not going to include my Facebook page because there's kind of no point. No one looks at it, and I can tell when you guys look at it because I get a little notification saying your page has got one new click. So I've just sort of given up on that. But if you want me to start that up again, feel free to do that and stuff, and then I'll keep it up. If you have any questions for question section tomorrow, not tomorrow, in the next video, do it. The next video that I'm going to do is roast yourself challenge. So I won't be destroying someone else's self-esteem. I'll be destroying my own self-esteem. So if you want to see that, give this video a like. I'm sounding so generic right now. I should die in a hole. My name's Will the Egotistical Asshole, and adios, motherfuckers.